I don't know. I guess we're live.
What's up, America?
Looks like Unfinished Projects is in here. Hello, hello, hello. LP, there's Lars. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway. Okay. Yeah, I don't ever know what to talk about on here. But as you can see in the background, the Chevy is sitting back here. The old brown bag. So we'll probably talk about it in a little bit. I guess, can you hear us? I don't know. It says there's one person in there now. So Lars is probably working. I'm not sure about Unfinished Projects. So why don't you look on your phone, see if you can pull it up and see if the volume's coming through, because I can't really tell here. Hope you have a good day, brother. Yeah, you too, man. At least it's not as hot here today, so that's good. I don't know what it's like for you down there making your deliveries, but it's not too bad here. There's Mama M, which is Colleen, if I remember correctly. Hello, Colleen. So, yeah. I saw a post where you were trying to or going to purchase a welder of some sort. So, I saw a post. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, volume's working. That's good to know. So,
What's up?
So yeah, so I don't know how many days it is to the No Name Nationals, but it's about 35, I'm guessing, without looking at my phone. Yeah, I got the old truck back here is running pretty good. There's a video coming out this weekend. It shows I got the rest of the rocker panels welded in there, so at least I feel safe driving it down the road now. And I put some paint on it, I think. I don't know if that video. Yeah, that may be the video that's in the works. I don't know. You guys will see it at some point. So, but yeah, so all 164 horsepower of this behemoth back here will be going down the track, hopefully. Kim from Kim Fixes Things has tried to, and so has John Wilburn. They've tried to talk me into doing bracket racing this year, so I might do that. I don't know. I've I'm new to all this racing stuff. Been down the strip twice. Well, 3 times. Once, well, I guess I went 4 times, because I went twice in the first year of the No Name Nationals and twice last year with the LTD. So
Didn't you drive the smoke show? Or no,
I rode in smoke show. Yeah, rode in it. So got the welder, she says. Okay. Have a guy from work who's going to be installing the 220 plug for it soon. Yeah, that's cool. I've got a stick welder that's a 220, and I've got it hooked up back here. I've got a secondary panel in my garage that I put in when we moved out of the workshop over here to the house. And but my little welder that I use, my little gas welder, it's just 110. So, well, actually 120 nowadays. It's more, but the old slang 110. So, yeah. So, but with the old truck back here, I'm gonna have to. I got to pull the carburetor off of it because something's not right. It won't idle on the idle jets. You can't idle it down at all. You have to keep it fast idle all the time to keep it running. Now, from about 1,500 RPM to 2,500 or 3,500 RPM, it runs really good. Yeah, it's a day. Yeah. Well, hopefully everything's going well. So, yeah, I do these random lives every once in a while. Here's this little creature that came in a while ago. So I don't know if you guys got any of these where you're living or not, but they bore a big hole in the ground and come up out of there, or else they bore a hole and go back down in. I'm not sure, but anyway, we got some of them.
Creature.
It's a
Who you calling a creature?
It's a creature. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So.
So what are we gonna do today?
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe we'd pull the carburetor off, because I really feel it's something in the carburetor, because I went and talked to Doug down there, and he told me that if it's idling, it's running crazy when you try to idle it, to spray some accelerant, which I took some brake clean, which is pretty flammable, and sprayed that right in there, and then it cleared right up. So he said if it does that, that it's carburetor, it's not vacuum related. So I don't know, so I guess we'll try it. Let's see what you got there.
I don't know. I was just seeing, make sure they're all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it looks like there's 4 people in there. That's pretty cool. So I don't know. I don't know how much of any of this you would be able to see. Boy, did you see that fly? That corned bee went right by the camera, and it looked really big. That was cool.
Corn flies.
Yeah, corn flies, sweat bees. Depends on the part of the country you live in. I think they're all the same thing. So LP is in the house. I think TG did a video on air slots in the chamber. Oh, okay. And butterflies not set correctly. That could be. Video was probably about 3 years ago. Well, that's interesting you say that. So here's the scoop with the carburetor that's on there. The truck, when I got the truck, had some kind of makeshift, Carter wannabe. I'm not sure what kind of carburetor it was on, but it was off of a newer vehicle because it had all the electronic ports and stuff, or the little wires that hook to it. And this truck doesn't have anything like that. So, and it kind of ran. So what I did was I went and bought a remanufactured carburetor that's supposed to be on here, Quadrajet or whatever that thing is called. And I still had the cam in it that had the bad lobe, so it was missing. So I could get it to idle and do everything with that other cam. So when I took the carburetor back off, took the intake manifold off, and pulled the cam, put the lifters in, did all that stuff, then after that, when I put the carburetor back on, you cannot get it to come down onto the idle circuit. It'll just die. So I thought, well, it's timing. So I went back and looked at my video, and I had the timing marks right. So it wasn't that. And, there's Busted Radio Garage. Yeah, I saw Homer got a little dent in it or something there. I haven't watched the video yet, but, saw that. In fact, we were over in your area. Well, I don't really know exactly where you're at, but we were over in Cincinnati and area yesterday, and we drove up from Louisville along 71. So I thought of you when we were over there. So anyway, so I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is take the carburetor off, and I'm going to pull it apart and make sure that it hasn't gotten, maybe a bug crawled up in there when I had it setting off. I mean, it was off there for about a week. I mean, I had it covered up, but that doesn't mean anything. So, so I'm going to try to see, what's the deal. And if not, then I'll have to get a different one. So anyway.
Maybe one of them cicadas bore a hole in the carburetor.
Could be one of these doodads that got it up in there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pop the hood on this. Let's see. RC, spray around and check for vacuum leaks first. Okay, yeah, that's a good point, and I did do that. I can take that same accelerant that I was using when I put down the carburetor, and it smooths out, and I can spray that around the base of the carburetor, around like the vacuum line going over to the brake booster, back on the intake manifold, around all of that. I sprayed that thing down to where I thought it was going to, spontaneous combust, and it never revved up. It never did anything. And my vacuum gauge, I've got an old school vacuum gauge that I bought from Monkey Ward's back, when Eric was a baby. So, and when you plug that vacuum gauge in on there, it says that the timing is either too fast or too slow, one of the two, or that you have a vacuum leak. And, the timing doesn't seem to be incorrect. So just not sure. But thanks for telling me that, because, we did try that. And so anyway, let me see. I'll just go ahead and open up the hood on this thing anyway. I don't know what kind of tools we're going to have. Take that off. Let's see. My timing is too fast and slow at the same time. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Let's see if I remember right. That's 1 1/4 inches and probably 5/8. Break that loose. Raise that up just a little bit. I don't know if that's better or not. We got such a glare out here, I can't hardly read the comments. I may have to pull them up on my phone and look at it. So, let's see if we can find a tool here. Well, yeah, that's maybe we'll take a 3/4 minute. Maybe good. We can get a crescent wrench too, but yeah, it's not 15/16. Look and see if there's an inch up there. And the other one, the other one ain't 3/4 either, so it must be 5/8. Let's see. Where's my? There it is. Yeah, M or Colleen or Mama M or whatever. Yeah, I saw a short or a little short video anyway. It looks like you guys got t-shirts now too. I'm gonna have to go over and check that out because Tony at Gunslinger Graphics is definitely he's done really well for her. We've got these hats now that are really cool. Well, mine's dirty, but and we got t-shirts, which I guess I'm not wearing one today, but you know. And we got some hoodies on there too. So did you find any wrenches?
I got an inch.
I bet that's
A
what
3/4 and a 13/16, just in case. You can see
the
them
3/4 will get.
5/8.
The 3/4 was a little big. Yeah, there's that. So it's an inch. 5/8. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it'd be gas everywhere. Oh, grab that red rag there. I guess if this doesn't work, if I can get that Oldsmobile sold so I've got some money, I may just buy a Holly and put on here. I liked that Holly that I had on the crustychrysler. That was a nice Holly carburetor. And I bought it new down off of Holly.com or whatever, but it was one that had been remanufactured or something. They considered it new, but because it had never been on a vehicle, but it had an issue or something. Okay, I'm gonna put these two back. Oh, we got more stuff on here. Yeah, Tony's great. I would agree. He has been very helpful, and I mean, he set our whole shop RC industry up. He did all of that, and yeah, I mean, he charged us for it, and everything, but I mean, for someone who is computer challenged and all that kind of stuff, it was worth it. So. All right, so I know this linkage has got to come off here. Use that little Jesus clip. There's that. Springs on here. Got 2 springs. Got to have that to go down the track. So. Yeah, find a socket that's that size. I think that's probably ½ inch.
Metric?
No, it's standard. Try ½ inch and an extension, a short extension too, because the bolts on the back of that thing are way down in there.
All right.
I really kind of wanted to limp this thing down to the No Name Nationals this year and have somebody down there help me with the carburetor, because I mean, there's some really smart people other than myself with carburetors. But this thing it runs real good going down the road. But anytime you pull up to a stop sign or any kind of traffic, I mean, you're working both pedals and you're trying to keep it in neutral and blah blah and all that, and it's just, I mean, it's okay for local driving, but I can't see driving through Paducah that way. And that's the one big town that I probably am going to have to go through. So. Have any luck?
You said you needed an extension.
Well, yeah, because in the back we got to have a socket, so
Okay.
and a ratchet. Oh, they're in that.
So they're at,
Yeah, you can leave that ½ inch wrench out here though. They're in that black top drawer in the black box on the left. Is the quarter or the ½ inch drive stuff. And maybe this gasket's got a hole in it too. It's possible. I mean, it didn't have when I put it on there, but I guess that don't really mean anything.
probably going to need a longer one.
No, I think that would be about right. Let me pop it off there and let me just see if I can do it by hand. Cool. There we go. Yeah, I think we're on that side. Let me get the other side. Oh yeah, the back of that carburetor's got a vacuum port and booster. That well, I would say it's out of the way. It's unhooked. Oh, there's two bolts up. Is that 5/8 wrench there, or is it over here? Let's see. Yes, 5/8. Boy. Get my step stool here. How to hold that? Pull it. You have to pull it hard. Oh, actually, push it this way just a little. Yeah, like that. It should allow us to pull it up off. Oh, it's still got these front ones in it. Yeah, these big long ones.
What's that? What do you call that one there?
I don't know. It's a bit.
Yeah.
There's probably some kind of spider. There is the carburetor.
Carburetor?
Carburetor, is that what the...
I think you called it carburetor. Carburetor, maybe a carburetor.
Yeah, what is that guy's name with the funky teeth? He's north up here in Indiana.
Oh, is it?
He lives in Indiana here, but...
Funny guy.
Yeah, can't remember what his name. Well, that gasket came off with it. So it appears to be pretty even across there. I mean, you can see where it's been sealing. So that's where that piece there, that's where I just tore it. But
See that?
It looks pretty good. So I don't know. Turn you guys over here a little bit. Get this out of the way. Well, that's kind of a bummer. The sun is trying to. The sun's not wanting that too well, is it? Yeah. Anybody can see that or not? Outfits Garage is on there. Well, welcome to the live.
What's up?
Yeah, we're trying to get old Blue Brown here ready for the big race down there. Yeah, so I know nothing about taking one of these apart. So, that ought to be exciting. I just want to look down. I know the accelerator pump works. Yeah, she's squirting big time in there. So I don't know if it's a vacuum leak, but if it's a vacuum leak and I'm spraying accelerant around the base of the carburetor and all the little joints and it doesn't rev up, then to me it's not a vacuum leak. And the crazy thing is it worked fine before I took it off. So that's what's throwing me off. So
That almost sounds like you got something in the carburetor in between.
yeah, I mean, it's like, did a bug crawl up in here somewhere? So I thought I might just get some air and, I know this is the vent. I know a little bit about carburetors, enough to, tear them up good. Um, uh, let's see. Oh, Dylan Levi just sent me a message. I sent him a text today through Facebook or whatever you call it. Message, is that called a message or whatever?
I don't know.
Anyway, because I saw up in Avon, Indiana, which is north of here, somebody had a Laguna for sale, and it looked like it was the same year as his. But let's see, he must have responded. So let me see. Yeah, he says I need some more money. Yeah, well, I understand that. So, yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, gotta love all this technology. The problem is I used to keep up with it, but it changes so fast, that I just haven't done that. And I could, I guess. So I don't know. If you look at this, it looks like it's definitely had contact there, but I don't think it's had any contact here. Does that look like? Look at the way this looks.
Yeah.
Up until you get right there.
All the actions are up there.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that's. I don't. Well, I think this is the seal. This is the part that goes down on the exhaust manifold or the intake, and it looks like it's actually sealed real good across. Well, maybe not so much right there. So maybe did I just not have it tight enough? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Might be trashing the jets. Did you check the intake gaskets and vacuum leaks? I sprayed accelerant around the base of the carburetor, and while it was all bolted on there, and then one of the guys I know down here in town that does all the work on the vehicles that I won't or don't do for me, he told me to get it, try to get it, let it idle, which it won't do, but it'll idle about 1,000 RPM, but you can't get it any lower than that. You can't never get it adjusted down to where the idle jets will do anything. Anyway, he told me to spray some accelerant in there like you sprayed around the back looking for vacuum leaks. And if it clears up, then he said there's junk in the carburetor. That's what he said. So that's kind of why we pulled it off. But when I pulled it off and I'm looking at this doesn't look like it's been sealed as well. So maybe it was leaking vacuum and it just didn't show it. I mean, I don't know.
And I don't know much about carburetors, but if that bottom's not flat, it wouldn't settle.
Yeah. That's true. You mean the base of the?
Yeah, if this is not flat.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And
it seems like it's rock
from China. They're probably not all flat.
Right.
Because they're not consistent.
Well, this is a remanufactured one.
Oh.
So it would have been actually, I'm assuming manufactured in the States back in the 70s. Because this is the older style one, because it doesn't have any of the electronic jets or anything in it. So, and I don't know. I don't want to tilt it because I don't want to. It looks like it. It looks like it wasn't sealing right there.
Oh, it's real shiny.
That's right, and that's this part right here. The front.
I think we had that problem on that Caddy 20 years ago because the carburetor wasn't setting flat,
and so it was leaking.
Yeah.
So that would have been leaking. So in this case, this would be leaking in the front.
And it looks to me like one area is more compressed or more stuck in the ditch than the other.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't.
This whole back part where the big, throaty sound comes from, that's all sealed. But this front, you get it over here in the light.
Yeah.
It's not even done anything here. So maybe that's all it is. Yeah. Maybe it was a vacuum leak after all. So I don't know.
about that?
Well, I wonder if that's flat. Well, it should be. Let me get a little straight edge and just look at that. Make sure that that's not warped. I mean, I wouldn't think it would be, but give me a good straight edge here. I mean, it looks to be pretty level across there. I don't know what kind of torque you're supposed to put on these. See, that ain't got no washer, and it's a digging into the top of that. Maybe I ought to put a washer on that. What do you think? Should I put a washer on this thing? Evenly more pull down on the front of this carburetor? Yeah, it says right here it was rebuilt 4/16/24 by 3-60 whatever, 609.
Maybe we
Can we get a hold of 609?
get a hold of 609 and see.
Yeah, where's 609 when you need him? You get a couple of washers.
They're saying take the car, turn it upside down, and look for trash come out of the jets.
Oh, out of like the overflow? Okay. Well,
Yeah, drain it, and look for.
Okay, let's get
look at the gas for trash.
Let me find something clean to do that with. That might be exciting out in this garage.
What about this?
Huh?
What about this?
Well, if we wipe it all out. Hey, what about that metal pan there? Is it cleaner? That white one there? No, right by your right foot. Oh. Yeah, well, that other one's a little cleaner, I think. Yeah, just I guess some of them paper towels over there. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do it in a clean pan. He's trying to get a clean pan right now. Clean pan coming up.
Are they waiting?
Oh, I don't know. Where's my carburetor cleaner at? Yeah, here. Here's the person of this one. Okay. we got somebody's commented here. Yeah, never a clean bucket when you need one. That ain't no kidding. Well, you know, everything's, yeah. Well, maybe I need to hire a whole crew, you know. It would take a full-time person just keeps stuff cleaned up around here, I think. That's pretty good. I mean, it's discolored, but there's no junk in it. So, all right, let's see what we got here, guys and gals. Well, there is some junk there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some little black crusties.
That looks like almost a piece of metal or something. That piece right there does.
Yep.
Huh. Well, I'll be dipped. Yeah. Let me go environmentally correctly get rid of this. Oops, I spilled that when I walked out that way. Can you find some paper towels? Let's wipe this out again. Oh, yeah, those paper towels, did you throw them in the trash?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you need to take them out. Put them in the back of the truck.
Okay.
Because that's flammable. We don't need another catastrophe around here. Yeah, let's throw them in the back. Okay. Well, let's take a little of this and spray down in here. Yeah, because no matter what you do, you can turn these things in as far as they'll go or out as far as, I mean, it changes nothing. And before, when I had it on the truck, it worked fine. I didn't see anything come out that time, did you?
No.
And we can see the jets are right there. See, that's your air fuel mixture for there is when the air is coming through. That's why you adjust these till you get the perfect, but we could never get it down like that. I don't think the front was torqued down tight enough. Because there's nothing.
You want to shoot through all them jets just in case?
Well, we can do it again. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you did it already.
I already did it once, but well, do it again because we, you know, and spray some down in there too. Yeah, those little holes right there. See that hole in that Venturi? Is that a two-hander?
For me.
Now spray some down. Well, I don't know if that's a vent. This is the vent. Spray some down in there for sure. Yeah, that'd be good. Jiggle that around a little bit.
Look at that nastiness.
Well, it's black, ain't it?
Yeah.
Let me get something and wipe that out again. Go ahead and do them. Spray them again. We just made a trip to Costco, so I've got plenty of paper towels here. Did I check the intake gaskets for leaks? Yes, I did, but simply by spraying some accelerant around them, and that didn't seem to be anything. It's looking to me like it was that front of this carburetor wasn't tightened down tight enough, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see anything come out that time. Okay, well let's just put that thing back on there. I wish we could get you up here where you could see what was going on. I don't know how to do that. Just lift that up out of the way. Get some of these screws here. I did put a washer in here so it won't be digging into the carburetor base. I don't know if that's important. It seems like it ought to be really. That one started. No, let's get this bracket. Actually, I think we had to put that back in line.
Does that cover that up?
No, we should be able to do that. So let's put that on there first. Let me get the screws for that. Did it fit down in that little notch? There you go. Well, I think it goes to the next one over. There you go. Before we tighten it all down, let's get some of this other stuff hooked up. This little Jesus clip here, it's got.
Let's just go on like this.
I'll show you in a minute. It has to go. You have to pull that clip off there because I put the clip back on so I can use it. Oh. Kim fixes things. Doesn't matter what you do, my dart will still be faster at Sikeston. Well, yeah, it would be right now, that's for sure. Oh, golly.
Not a chance.
That. This goes on here. This. Actually, let's don't put that on until we get it tight. Because I don't want to chance. I don't want to hook any of that stuff up until we get those things tight. Sure.
Well, we'll get
Just run them down snug and then I'll tighten them up. So it looks like Kim is in the house. Yeah, we had a good time down at Kim and Buff's, or Buff and Kim's, or however you want to say that. What was that? About 2 weeks ago we was down there? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we drove the old Oldsmobile 98 down there. And that thing,
22 miles to a gallon.
yeah, do you believe that? 22 miles a gallon. Crazy. And that was kicking in the old 4-barrel every once in a while because I had the air cleaner flipped, and it does that whoop. Makes it sound like it's doing 100 mile an hour, but it really isn't. Yeah. Instead of it throwing you back in the seat, it just goes woo.
Yeah, you remember that 78 Lincoln I had?
Oh, yeah.
It would do that. We could just kick it down and it would go.
Yeah, well, I remember that thing blowing the exhaust off
Yeah.
of it one morning, too, when it
7 o'clock in the morning, I fired it up. It goes boom.
yeah, that thing had I don't know what was wrong with it, but it would fill up the exhaust with fume. So I'm assuming the diverter valve up under there for the gas fume recirculation thing was wrong or something because
I don't know. It had some fuel in it though.
Oh, good. Yeah. Just snug it up a little. We'll get it all hooked up. I don't know how tight these are supposed to be, you guys and gals. I'm sure there's a torque spec on that, but I don't know what it is. You see, before we didn't have them washers on there, and it was digging into the top of the housing, so it could be that it wasn't even tight. All this time, if that's all it is, that's gonna. Well, I'll be glad. I won't have to buy another carburetor.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
So. Find it?
I can't see this.
No, you're on the side of it. I got it. I don't know how tight to tighten that. I feel like I could break it off. I don't want to do that. Okay. That. Let's see if we can hook up this vacuum line back here. That is a. What did we decide that was? And then gotta hook this up yet. Let's hook the throttle linkage up. I'm just going to show you how that goes on there. You just have to pop this. You have to pop this Jesus clamp back off there. You do that. Oh, on this back a little bit. There. See that little thing there? That little tit on the end keeps it from popping off there. Now we're going to hook up that spring. Let me get the pliers out of the pocket here. Oops. Come on now, let's play friendly. Excuse me. There. Oops. Now, this goes back up over here onto that sleeve. Then you push, if you stick it in that hole, and then it'll push in and pull over and it snaps. See? Now, it will come off.
That's it.
That's it, baby.
Right.
this up with positive crankcase ventilation. So, of course, now they ain't got any gas in it. Oh, put that back over there.
You leave the
Yeah, I'll leave the little doogie whopper in it. Yeah, that little red thing, whatever that's, it's probably got a name, but I don't know what it is. Let's see here now. So I think Buck and Kim probably have a live tonight. Oh. So let's see if we get caught up here. So, did you take the intake gasket? Yes, I did. Might be trashing the jets. Well, we just figured out that there was some definitely trash in the carburetor itself. What came out the vent,
some metal,
some little chunks. Yeah. So that that could be from me working on the car. Use a clean bucket. Yeah, we did. Got to run, guys. Oh, okay. We'll get back to road grading, man. I'm glad you stopped in. Thank you so much. Doesn't matter what you do, you're still the fastest. So yeah, Kim, yeah. Hi, Colleen. And I got here late. I don't know what you are working on. What you are working at. Oh, well, I'm just trying to figure out this carburetor on here. It acted like a vacuum leak, and it may have been, but it also had some junk in it. So we pulled it off, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Jim's Fastback Garage. Yeah, he's the one I think's got an LTD and a Mustang. I don't know what he's bringing to the No Name Nationals, but I've seen him. I've seen some of his videos. Yes, we are live on Buff's channel tonight at 7 Central Time. Okay, well, we'll see. I may still be mowing grass at that point. I don't know about you guys, but with all this rain, I'm mowing 2 and 3 times a week. It's ridiculous. And I'm not even like the neighbors that puts stuff on their yard to get it to grow. I mean, this time of the year, it's usually brown and dead, and that's what I like, but not this year. We're getting plenty of rain, so. He's bringing the Fastback. Okay, so that'll be the Mustang thing.
Cool.
I saw him working on it. He was putting longer studs in the wheel axles, I think. I watched so many channels, but I think that's what he was doing the last time I watched. So I guess we could give this thing a try to see if it's going to start. I don't know. If it does start, I guess we can try to adjust the air fuel mixture ratio. Oh, we ought to we better hook up the fuel line first. Otherwise, it's going to squirt fuel all over the engine. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think I left the wrenches back here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, that's tight, I guess. Let me crank that over. Just kind of wash. If it's going to leak, it's going to leak right there. But I didn't want to tighten that down too tight. I've done that before and break it. Because that's a filter housing. It's got a filter in there. And I've done that before, so got that. see if I can turn that idle down on it. That's about 700. Yeah. You just took the vacuum gauge up to it and see.
Unfinished project says the only thing that'll fix it is a small block profile.
Yeah, I understand. We had one of them the first year down at the No Name Nationals. Don't stick your fingers in that. I just did that a couple of days ago. Oh, yeah. Not fun. Why? Well, not on purpose, but yeah, see, it's so even worse than it was now. Late valve timing, leak at intake manifold, or the heat riser. Well, I know it ain't the heat riser because that's been deleted, so that's gone. It's moved right up if you spray it down in the carburetor. It ain't doing anything when we spray around it like that. So that ain't it, folks. And it says late. The other thing it says is late valve timing. I mean, it's showing 0 right now. Oh, wait a minute. I got it on 6. Hold on. Let's try putting it on the right port. Oh, yeah, now it's a lot better. Woo! Didn't like that. I know you guys can't see that gauge, but around, it's between 16 and 18. And on my little gauge there, it says that it would be late ignition timing. Are the carburetor shafts worn? Well, there doesn't seem to be any play when you look at them, and if you spray accelerant around them, nothing happens. And you know, just because it's a remanufactured carburetor don't mean anything. And it worked fine before I put the camshaft in it. So this has been the whole issue for the last month and a half. 2 months. 2 months. Let me see if I can hold you over there so you can see what this thing's doing. I don't know if you can see that gauge. And you hold it up there where they can see it. Watch your fingers on that. That's what it's doing, and that's about 800 RPM. So, yeah. I have to bring you back over here and plug you in because I'm afraid my battery will die. All my equipment is antique, guys. So, let's see here. So to answer your question, unfinished projects, I don't think they are. I mean, I have seen them where they were so bad that you could spray, you know, something flammable around them and they would just, you know, soon go right up. But I'll do it again right here. But see, it doesn't do anything. So I don't think that's it, personally. But it is actually running better than it was. That's best form right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The choke plate's standing straight up. Let me see what's the temperature. Well, the temperature still hasn't come up, but we've got pressure in the radiator. But that's the best it's run since I put the camshaft in. Well, we didn't hurt it any, that's for sure. See, that's 500 RPM right there. It's never done that. Now, I've got them idle jets, the air fuel mixtures at 1.5 turns. I guess maybe try to adjust those. Well, before you could turn those all you wanted and nothing would happen. Didn't really change it. And I have changed the vacuum pod on the distributor as well, so I know that that's not an issue. Let's see, what do we got on there? Did you say new cam? Too many lift and duration on intake might make it run lean. Well, I'm not sure of the lift and duration. And the reason I'll tell you that is this is the cam that Russell from Outfits Garage gave me. And it's out of a small block Chevy. And I took my cheap micrometer. Is that how you say that? Micrometer? I don't know. One of them things that measures, you know. And I checked the amount of lift on this cam versus my other cam, except for the one lobe that was worn clear off, was the same. But as far as duration, you know, I don't know. Maybe this is a quarter racing car. Back in the day, you know, a torque provider cam for like a camper or something he was going to pull something with. I mean, it could be. I don't know. And he didn't know either. So that lifter and cam came out of one of his motors that he tore down and built for one of his stock cars. So don't know anything about it. I suppose it could do that. Did you get it idled down? Yeah. Actually,
on 500.
I had it on 500, which is a little low, so I'll have to turn it up a little bit because if I put it in gear, it'll probably kill it. Might be a question for Professor P on Wednesday night. Okay, well, maybe I ought to check in on one of his lives. I haven't done that. At least it's idling now. I feel like I can drive it successfully. My plan is to just bring it down to the No Name Nationals. There's got to be somebody down there that knows something about carburetors, I would think. So, you know, I can do some hackery on some body work. Yeah. So I got a video coming up soon where you'll see where we painted the old beast. Well, we didn't paint it, but we painted all the metal that we welded into it anyway. Weld being the operable word there. We don't want Buff from down here, Buff Del Campo watching it. Yeah, do some hackery. It will be on Dallas's AR channel. Okay, Wednesday night. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe I will do that. Who knows? I can tell you one thing though, that truck will get down, baby. I mean, it really runs good once you get it up off of idle.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll burn rubber and, well, one wheel peel. But, and I realize it's a pickup truck with no weight in the back, but still, if you remember the LTD, we had to get it leaning to get it to spin. So now the Crusty Chrysler, that had that posi track rear end, and it would burn rubber for sure. I was always just afraid to do it because that car, there was nothing holding it together but a bunch of rust crystals. So yeah. I was afraid it would fall apart. I really like that Chrysler 300 that Jason Falk's got.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he gets that one going. But
that's awesome.
Oh. So, what's going on with everybody? What's everybody bringing to the No Name Nationals? I know Kim is bringing the Dart, and I know that I'm assuming that Russell is bringing Old Smoke Show down there. And I'm planning on taking this unless something happens between now and then. And if worst case scenario, if I haven't sold the 98, I can drain the water out of it or drain the antifreeze out of it and drive it on the track. I don't know. Get some 307 Oldsmobile action. So it won't turn the tires. Not unless you get it leaning good.
You got to get it on the back road, man.
Yeah. Get some gravel, get it going, and then, yeah, it'll do it then.
Fishtail.
Yeah, so this thing came from Montgomery Ward's back in the day. I still got the box. Yeah, here's the box it came in. Montgomery Ward's $9.99, and I probably actually had to save money to buy that because I would have been about an airman or E1 or E2 when I bought this. So we were on the poverty level for sure back then. But anyway, yeah, still got it. I mean, it still works. Why, Did I put that in back on there? Now that I'm sitting here talking about that. So Eric's got him a new ride over here.
2003 Honda Civic.
So he's got his, let me swing it around here a little bit. He's got his, what is it, a Pontiac G6 for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can be G6ing down the strip if you want to. That thing's pretty fast.
Yeah, it would make a good, like if somebody really wanted to work on it and make it a drag car.
Yeah. Well, Buff from, what's Buff's Garage? He had some kind of a V6 front wheel drive Bonneville or something down there last year. I never got a chance to watch him drive it, but yeah, the G6, that's a racer. That's right.
Yeah.
That thing is pretty fast. I mean, actually.
Yeah. It's got 200,000 miles on it and it burns oil, but it still gets up and goes.
Yeah, you got somebody coming to look at it today, maybe.
Yeah, they canceled on it.
Oh, they canceled. Well,
air conditioner don't work.
Oh, well, for $1,500, what the hell you want? I mean, excuse me, what do you want? I mean, $1,500. I mean,
it's a work car.
Oh gosh. Loose is fast. Yeah, that's true. It actually runs pretty good, and you can charge the air conditioner on it, but it's got a leak someplace, and after a while it loses the freon. So, the one he bought, the guy put a new compressor on it, so we're going to pump it down and put get a vacuum on it and make sure it don't have any leaks yet. And if it don't, then we're going to put some freon to it. I guess we'll probably have to put some oil in it because I don't know what that guy did. I don't know if he vacuumed drained the system and flushed it out. It may not have any oil in it at all, so we may have to do that. So. Anyway, I don't know. The truck runs a little bit better. Appreciate everybody's advice. So don't forget to. I don't know what all that noise was out there at the intersection, but I didn't. Apparently, the traffic.
It wasn't brakes.
It wasn't brakes. No, we know we don't stop out there. Why would we want to do that? The buses don't even stop. So, I've got some 20W40 you can borrow. Yeah. Well, that's probably about what you got in it.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? I think it's got 40 weight in it.
Yeah.
It's a little thicker.
Yeah. And did we ever put any of that Lucas oil in there to? Well, I think a lot of it too. It has a leak. I think it's leaking around one of the seals, which doesn't help any. But that's probably some of the slinging of oil. I mean, well, actually, it doesn't really drip. It's
pretty dry.
I was going to say I didn't see anything sitting under it. It's sitting out in the driveway. So. Well, anyway, guys and gals, I think we're going to probably get out of here. We've been on here an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, pretty close to an hour and 15 minutes. So anyway, appreciate everybody coming in. As always, we're making it just like brand used here. That's for sure. So
bye, America.
I think we're going to get out of here. So we'll see you guys at the No Name Nationals if we don't talk to you before then on another stream. So anyway, all right. Bye.